Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris, aka the IT guy. Today I'm going to review the professional microphone that was famous, that is called FIFINE T669. It was popular due to its cheap price, its overall quality, and overall results that it gives. It is a specific microphone for podcasts, for YouTube videos, for gaming, and for the voiceovers. And if you are a beginner creator and you want to upgrade your audio quality, you can go for this microphone to give the better results. And the quick disclaimer here, I'm not doing any review on this microphone based on the product that they sent me. I bought this product on my own backs, and the opinion that I'm going to give on this microphone are 100% my opinion. It is not from anyone else. It comes in a box like this one. We're going to do unboxing and I will show you all the components that are in this box, and after all we'll go ahead and test how it sounds. And it comes in the box like this one. Let's try to open the box. OMG. And as you can see, there is now this pop filter. It comes like this one. It comes like this one. This is now the pop filter. It is now very strong, as you can see. And there is this, I think this is for the shock mount. It is now the spare. When the shock mount gets damaged, you can use the one. You can use this one as a spare. And this is now the info card. Dear Madam, thanks for being our valued customer. Okay, welcome. And this is now the actual microphone. Let me remove this one. This is now the instruction manual, where you can see on how to mount it. It's like this one. And alright, and this is now the shock mount that you can use to mount the microphone so as to avoid it to shake or to have any vibration, and it can also be used to avoid any background noises or the microphone to pick up the noises. And there is also this foam. This foam that you can put on the microphone if you want to avoid the background noises. You can use this foam. This is now good, as you can see. And there is also this USB cable, which is now very strong. It is tough breed, and you can use this USB cable to plug it on your computer. And there is the microphone itself. This is now the microphone. As you can see, this is the volume knob, and this is now the microphone itself. It is FIFINE or FIFINE. It depends on how you can spell it. And this is, where is the one? This is now the C clamps that you can use to mount it on the desk or a table. You can see it is now adjustable, and you can use this clamp to mount the microphone on your table or your desk. And also this is now the scissor arm. As you can see, it is long enough and it is flexible, and you can use it to extend the microphone to where you are sitting, and it can be a bit of fun. And finally, there is this mini tripod that you can use to mount the microphone. If you don't want to use the scissor arm, you can go for this, and it can be used to mount this microphone when you are, for example, when you are doing some meetings. You can go ahead and mount it like this one. You can go and use this to mount it like this, and I think you can do like this one. It can fit. All right, and so with a bit of that one, let's see if there is anything in this, and you can see there is nothing inside. So we're going to go ahead and mount our microphone to make it ready to work, and we'll continue with the sound tests. And as you may see now, our microphone is ready to work, and as you can see, it gets all the pieces that you need. And when it comes to cable management, this is now still number one. And before we jump to the testing, I want to show you the features of this microphone. The first feature that I like is this USB cable that you can use to plug right in the microphone, like this one. And once you plug it in here, you can go directly and plug it in your computer by using a USB cable. And it supports the USB cable port, and you can use this USB cable to pick up the signals from this microphone. And the overall build, the overall construction, this is a solid microphone with this metal handle. And the overall construction of this microphone, when I try to remove the foam, you can see it is now the metal construction microphone that you can now choose from. And the other feature that I liked about this microphone, if you want to use it on your mobile phone, if you have, for example, you have my Android or some iPhone, there are some adapters that you can use. For example, this OTG adapter, it is now USB on the go or OTG adapter. You can use it on your mobile phone, and when you plug it right here, you can be able to plug your microphone to the phone, and you are now ready to go. You can go ahead and do whatever you want. You can use, for example, if you want to use the camera, you can go ahead and use it to create your content. All right, isn't that cool? I hope it is. With all that, we are going to jump to our computer, and I will show you how it works. I will show you another features like plug and play, which means that you don't need to install some drivers when you want to use this microphone. When you plug it in your computer, it will install the drivers automatically, and it will be ready to work, and it will be ready to do our works. And without further ado, let's go ahead and see how we can do this one.
Now I'm talking to the FIFINE T669 microphone. I hope you are hearing the big difference in the sound quality and the overall results for this microphone, and I hope there is now some difference. And I'm going to test for the plosives. For example, let me try to introduce some P and Bs. Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. When you try to bring up the volume up, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, you can go all the way down and keep the volume low as possible. And when you are hearing that the volume is not, when you try to bring up the volume again, you can hear the huge difference about the volume variation. And I hope guys you are getting the idea. You can go ahead and mess around, and you will get on the spot where you are satisfied with the voice and the results. And I want to keep it like this one so as to have the better results as I expected. And so let's go ahead and put in some this foam. Now I'm testing this FIFINE T669 with this foam. I'm going to test if there is any difference about the plosives and the surrounding noise pickups, and we are going to test the plosives with the foam. Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. When you try to bring up the volume, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. And you're going to test also the proximity effect if you are close to the microphone or if you are far from the microphone. For example, let me say, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I hope you can hear the clarity in my voice. If it is not distorting, you can bring back the volume down, and I hope you are hearing me well. And I'm going to make the final test by using the pop filter. And let me remove this one. I'm going to bring back the pop filter. And when I test with the pop filter, and I'm going to test the plosives, of course. Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. Let me bring the volume all the way up. Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. And you can hear the huge variation in the volume and the plosives. And I'm going to test also the plosives with the foam on. Let me bring back the foam. And I'm going to test the plosives. Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. I hope guys you are now getting the idea on how this works. And when you try to test the proximity effect when we are using this form and the pop filter, you can go back to you can go close to the microphone, and like this one, Peter Piper Pitch the podcast. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. This is Chris, the IT guy, and I hope guys you are getting the idea on how to use this microphone.
Of course, we cannot talk about the good quality of the microphone without considering the drawbacks or the cons of the microphone. The first cons are the first disadvantage about this microphone is the small button, the small knob button. It is very small knob. This knob, when you try to reduce or increase the volume, it seems like it is very small. And when you want to increase or decrease the volume while the pop filter is on, you can see now it is somehow problematic. Other drawback that I can say, this is the best microphone, but not best of the best. Of course, it is good. But when you consider about the quality and the money, you know that as the money increases, the quality increases too. That is my opinion. And if you are beginning as a YouTube creator and you don't have a lot of money, like I was saying, you can go for this microphone. It's cheap. I will leave the link in the description on where you can get this one. And I hope guys will find it interesting like I did. And like overall, go for this microphone. I can recommend it to you and you will get the better results. I can guarantee you that. The final touch that I can add on this microphone, if you are a beginner YouTuber and you want to upgrade your audio quality from the current state to another state, this is now the microphone that you can invest in, and you can go for it and you can test these features that we have seen in this video, and I can guarantee you that you will have the better results and your videos will become more professional more than it was before. And let me know in the comment if you want to know more about this one. I can give you some guidance on how to get the better audio quality. And like always, don't hesitate to contact me on the information that I provide on my description. If you want to buy some coffee, there is some Patreon link that you can go and buy me some cup of coffee. I can guarantee that I can never go for more than one. You can go and buy me one cup of coffee. And this marks the end of my video. I hope you guys will find this very interesting. And if you did like it, go ahead and show it by pressing the like button. And if you are coming on this channel for the first time, make sure you subscribed and you turn on the bell icon to get the notification while I upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.